It's weird watching the delay of myself on the screen.
Yeah, it's bad.
Like I'll clap twice to give you an idea of the delay. So the first clap is the sync point. The second clap is when I see myself do it. So it'd be.
Also, I forgot to adjust your delay on your audio.
Okay, how bad was it?
I don't know. Do me a. It's currently 240.
It's fine. Well, it should generally be set, unless we're mucking with other things. So we're probably all right.
It's not terrible.
Someone asked why I call him Tim Dodd, the everyday astronaut, like every single time. Because if I don't, I end up calling him Space Mike, A. And B, I just think it's hilarious to call him. And actually, I do it literally every single time, even when I'm texting him. So it'll be like, hey, Tim Dodd, the everyday astronaut, can I something, something, something? Every interaction I have with him is always Tim Dodd, the everyday astronaut, because I think it's hilarious for no other reason other than it's awesome.
And when we were at that party, and every single time you would talk, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and do you know my friend Tim Dodd, the everyday astronaut? Every single time. I would love to count up the total amount of minutes of both of our lives that you've wasted doing that. It's worth it.
It's magical. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
So, Johnny Boy, they're all my segments.
Technically, they are. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I have to bail because I actually wasn't supposed to be on this show at all, but we had some last minute things that we needed to adjust. So it's interestingly enough, this week I'm actually Space Mike, not Tim Dodd, the everyday astronaut. But again, hopefully we'll have Space Mike back on soon. We're just waiting on him. So whenever he's ready. On that
bye.
note.
Are you still here?
Yeah, just so everyone knows, I do have to edit the show still, so it's going to go up late. It's not going to go up until early next week, so there's going to be a delay in the archive. So on that note, bye.
Bye, Ben.
Bye, man.
Woo, this was a fun one today. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like this one. It was hard to deal a little bit with the latency issues, but I think we did okay.
I think that you guys were excellent with your latency issues that you had to deal with.
Yeah,
considering
you guys did not do bad at all.
there was only I can only think of 2 times where you guys started talking on top of each other, and I had to jump in and point to someone. But overall, that was amazing.
Okay,
So,
Jared, to make sure that we get you out of here on time, let's do your.
but we have an hour and a half, so
okay.
yeah. So.
Let's still do those things.
I mean, we could just sit here for a while and
Introduce yourself for your own news segment.
do our thing. So. Tim, should we do Tim's segment first?
So both of you, I think what we're gonna do is I'll do hologram full screen, and Tim, you can do your own space pod. So
Okay.
whatever intro is written there, kind of use that and adjust it, and then.
Oh, geez, I have to do all of that? I can try.
All of that, all of the one sentence that's there.
So, but then at the end of the show, I have to say something like, on orbit 1042, our main topic was commercial crew, right at the end. Listen this morning, live every Saturday at 1800 UCC. You want me to do that?
We at the very end, we do want check out our last show 1042 blah 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 blah, and then join us every Saturday at 1800 UTC. However you intro it, that's up to you. It's like a video that's gonna appear midweek, and
Yep. Yeah, I know what it is. I just want to make sure you want me to do it all. Is my sync okay, by the way? We didn't test for that either.
Yeah, your sync is fine.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I'm ready then. Did you notice that I said to go ahead and mute whatever video I'm playing?
I can do that.
Because it has some narration. So just keep that whole channel muted.
Okay.
I forgot to do that. Is it okay if this takes me a time or two?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna be bad at this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let me.
Cool.
Yeah, take your time with it. You know, you can do as many takes as you need to. So.
Okay.
So your
cool.
first one is that, yeah?
no.
That's Jared.
How did that get
That's
in there?
not me.
Sorry. That should be down at like the very end. That should be the last paragraph there. This and Sierra Dream Chaser as well.
But
I don't know how that got up there.
look at the rundown.
Can you move it, or you want me to move it?
Yeah, if you go to
I
the
can-
rundown, that'll and,
Yeah.
and update it. That'll
Yeah,
do
I got
it. So
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
So you want China's plane first? That thing?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then the vertical SpaceX, and then X-15,
Video.
X-37, and then Dream Chaser.
Yep. Is this an okay? I didn't have much to. I don't know. I was like trying to find a cool topic. Is this okay? I was thinking it could kind of be clickbaity, like China's new their secret space plane is getting closer to being a space plane.
Well, I mean, don't word it like that, but.
Don't you tell me how to? No.
don't you tell me how to talk about China's secret space plane.
You
You're not my mom. You
Are you
can't
guys
tell me
ready?
what to do.
No, you do you. It's your news. man.
Anymore? All right. Sounds good. I can give it a try.
Give Ben a big X to edit point for your intro.
Is that good? Am I going now?
Whenever you're ready.
Crap. I didn't know if there's like a intro thing that I'd see and then I start talking. I'm going to do another X.
No, so this will all be edited. We'll do a like a spacepod intro thing. We just need you to do your news bit. Normally, Carrie Ann goes, "Oh, there's something blah 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 blah. We didn't get to blah
Yeah.
blah blah." Well, we don't have a Carrie Ann, so it's you.
Okay. So I think I got it. Ready? There's even more news that we didn't get to on this main topic of this week's show, Orbit 10.42, and this is about China's upcoming space plane. Now, China announced that they're working on a brand new space plane coming in 2022. It sounds like they're actually fairly far along on it. This is not an actual exact. They haven't released anything, but this is some renderings that people have been doing because not a lot of known is about their program, but the details sure are enticing. And according to Louis Shiquan, the vice director of the state-owned China Aerospace Science and Industry Corporation, China is developing a space plane that can take off and land horizontally. Yep, you heard that right, horizontally. So despite what all the cool kids are doing these days, like SpaceX, where they're taking off vertically, and then they will go up, straight up, and then come back down and land vertically as well, it sounds like China is working on a system to take off horizontally and then land horizontally. So this is very different than what anyone else is doing in the space industry. And so we do want to point out that even the space shuttle from the United States or Russia's Buran space plane, both of those took off vertically, but they landed horizontally. So in fact, I can't even think of any vehicle to date that has actually taken off horizontally and gone into orbit and then landed horizontally. The closest thing I can think of is the X-15 rocket plane, which took off horizontally under the wing of a B-52 bomber. But then it only kissed the edge of space and only some definitions of the edge of space. And then it landed horizontally, but it didn't get anywhere near orbital speeds. So what China sounds like they're working on will be entirely new. And they're saying by 2020 already. So I'm really excited to hear more about that. Now, don't forget, we don't really know what it will be compared to, say, the space planes that the United States is still flying, because the United States is currently flying Boeing's semi-secretive X-37B, which launches on top of an Atlas V or a Falcon 9 rocket. And then there's also Sierra Nevada's Dream Chaser going online that will start delivering cargo to the International Space Station starting soon, too. So space planes aren't out yet. We obviously had the space shuttle. That's all over, but there's a new era of space planes, and China's going to be leading that front. If they can actually do something that takes off horizontally and lands horizontally, this will be huge and very, very different. So I'm really excited to see what they come up with, and hopefully we see some details come out of them. But it is China, and they're very secretive about things. So whatever we hear, we'll let you know. But I'm still really excited about a 21st century space plane. So that's it for me on our main show, Orbit 1042. Our main topic was talking about commercial crews. So if you want to check that out, make sure and go back and check out our show from this week. Also, Join us live every Saturday at 1800 UTC. Make sure and like and subscribe to Tomorrow. I'm Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut, bringing space down to Earth for everyday people.
Cool. You like it?
Little rough start there. Was it okay?
Yeah. As long as I gave you your media that you liked, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Woo!
I think so. I felt like I was a little stuttery in the beginning.
You were a
But
little.
yeah,
The SpaceX clip ran out before you finished talking about it.
right, which is fine. But I can
So
do
it's
that.
it's just
Should I give it another go?
It's just a still of return booster standing on the pad at the end.
Oh, okay. I can try the whole thing again. I felt a little better by the end of it.
You want to do it again? We can do it again.
We might as well, and then you guys can choose which one's better.
Sure.
Sure thing. And I'm not involved in this, right? It's all Tim?
Correct.
Okay, cool. That confused me a lot. So.
No, I just brought it back to give Tim an out.
There's even more news that we didn't get a chance to go to on our show this week, Orbit 10.42. Okay.
You can omit mentioning 10.42 at the beginning.
Okay.
You could just go
It's a good idea
straight into it. Just make sure that you come back around to 10.42 at the end. So
Okay.
if you just start out,
I should probably introduce myself since I don't have an introduction too.
It's only on screen like 4 times. It's cool. And then you cover
What's
it.
only on in the
Everyday Astronaut.
You're right.
I mean, you
But
could
you
you could put
click
your
on the
mug.
video and they go,
You could put your mug to your face
this
and make
jabroni?
it make it 4.
I'll just go like this.
Who's this
So
jabroni?
anyway, hi, I'm here to talk on Tomorrow, TMRO. Anyway, there's some space
Right,
news.
right.
I don't know if we need to talk about it, but
I think if you cut straight into it, hey, check this out. China's setting its sights
Okay.
on blah 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 blah.
okay,
Just like get into it, right?
sounds good. All right, I'm ready. Are you ready? Am I in focus?
Ish.
Just. Of course, we notice this now.
Cool. You're focusing on your face and then you move out of focus.
Well, I was trying to focus closer
No.
to the chair. I was more looking at how out of focus the background is.
Go back the other way just a little bit.
Just a smidgen.
Try that. Yeah, looks good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you ready?
So an X, a 2, and get into it. Let me do this.
Are you ready?
Ready, go.
Okay. There's even more news that we didn't get to this week on Tomorrow. Orbit. Bleh.
No, just do like a hey, check this out.
Okay.
China's getting. We don't mention 42 at the beginning. You come around to it at the end of your segment, but just like, hey, check this out. China's getting into.
You don't want me to say anything about there's more news that we didn't get to or anything?
No, space
No?
battle. Yep.
Okay. Here we go. In a bit of exciting news, China announced that they're working on a space plane that they're hoping to put online in 2020. Now, not a lot is known about the space plane. As a matter of fact, this isn't even a picture of the exact space plane. It's more a rendering. But the details of the said space plane are extremely enticing. So according to Liu Shiquan, the vice director of the state-owned China Aerospace Science and Industry Corporation, China is developing a space plane that can take off and land horizontally. Yep, that's right. You heard it correctly. Horizontally. Now, despite what the rest of the industry is working on, which is vertical takeoffs and landings, such as SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket, they obviously take off vertically and then they land that same rocket vertically as well. This concept is entirely different. They're planning to take off horizontally and then land horizontally. And even the space shuttle that the United States had, or Russia's Buran space plane, that took off vertically, but that landed horizontally. So this is different. And in fact, I don't know of anything that's ever taken off horizontally and gone into orbit and then landed horizontally. The closest would be the X-15. Now, the X-15 was launched horizontally on the underside wing of a B-52 bomber, And then once it released, it would only kiss the edge of space and only some people's definition of the edge of space. And so it didn't get anywhere near orbital speeds, but then it did land again horizontally. So what China sounds like they're working on will be an entirely new system, and I'm really excited to hear more about it. But now don't forget that space planes, even though the United States ended the space shuttle program in 2011, we still have 2 space planes, one that's currently online and one that's about to go online. The United States has the X-37B, which is a semi-secretive space plane for the Air Force. And then we also have the upcoming Sierra Nevada's Dream Chaser as well. And that rides on top of, that will be riding on top of an Atlas V rocket. So again, the details aren't entirely out yet, but according to China, they're working on something really new and quite exciting by 2020. So if you want to know more about this, make sure to subscribe to TMRO. This on last week's show on Orbit 10.42, we talked about the Commercial Crew Program, so make sure and check that out if you missed it. But join us live every Saturday at 1800 UTC. Make sure and join and subscribe and like to TMRO. That does it for me. I'm Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut, bringing space down to Earth for everyday people.
Much better. That was awesome.
Okay, cool. All right.
How we doing, Jared? You
All
done,
right.
you done pooping?
The old wait for poops.
You were
How we doing, Jared? You done pooping?
What?
Are you done pooping?
I wasn't pooping.
Okay.
I was out gassing.
A data dump.
Oh, am I on? Excellent.
Yes.
All right. Fantastic.
Get
Thanks.
the toilet camera.
Thanks.
Do you want me to do something entertaining while we wait?
You're
You
welcome.
need to do jumping jacks.
So,
Jumping jacks. The old.
yeah. There were some.
These are how I do jumping jacks.
There were definitely some densified propellants that were needing to be released. So there you go.
Solid locks.
So, solid locks.
Solid.
Luckily, when I went, there was no tribo-electrification, so I was perfectly fine. So
You had to release your solid hydrogen?
yes, my solid hydrogen.
I can't do jumping jacks anymore unless
Hey, do you guys need anything more from me, or am I done forever?
are you done forever?
I don't know. It's kind of, you can hang around if you want to, but if you want to go, you can go too. So
Forever.
it's up to
Well,
you.
I'll hang out for a little tiny bit, but I'll go take a real quick little break too, and I'll let you do your thing, and then I'll try to hang out for a few minutes in After Dark.
There you go.
All right. I'll be right back. Good luck. Don't screw up. I'll be judging you.
Okay. Just like my dad. So,
I want one of those shirts.
hi, Internet. Oh boy, I'm going to have to intro myself. Thanks, myself. Are we waiting on me? Is that what's going on? Or?
Hey, whenever you're ready, bud.
I was like, when are we doing this? So, communication. It's been excellent today. Can't you tell?
Jared, you're on.
So, is this thing live? Oh my gosh! Cover your ears, children. So, I have to figure out how to do this. I'm not good at introducing myself, so.
You don't have to. You just have to say, hey.
Hey, you guys want to learn some cool stuff? I almost said a different word other than stuff. So,
I'm Jared Head, and this is your space pod.
hello, I'm Jared Head, and this is your space pod for Thursday, November, whatever it's going to be, 16th, right, or something? I don't know. So, yeah, that sounds good.
We should have alcohol at After Dark.
We used to have alcohol in After Dark, and it was greatly enhanced by it. Alcohol and olives. So that was for sure. We should definitely bring that back. You guys can't. A lot of you can't see the rundown, but I literally have thanks myself at the end of my rundown here, because I put jokes to myself in the rundown because I'm a moron. Anyways.
This is all you, because I literally have to push 5 buttons.
Yeah, I know. So
whenever the hell you're ready.
Yep. Should I mark it?
Yeah.
X gonna give it to you. All right. And there's even more news that we didn't get to. Nope, that's not gonna work.
Don't say that. Just say, hey.
Hey, you're back. Glad to have you. All right.
I think your first line is a good start.
Well, yeah, I've got to figure out how to get to that, though.
Just do it.
Just do it?
Yeah,
Okay.
just do it. Just try it.
Do I need to mark it again? No? Okay. To show off my incredible ability to do production work. A lot of people would advocate that when it comes to people, it's not what's on the outside that counts, but what's on the inside. And with Enceladus,
edit that. Many people, or many would advocate. Sorry.
I can't just start changing my lines on the fly, Dutta. It's going to blow me away. Anyway.
A lot of people would advocate when it comes to people.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to be redundant on this show, so. Oh, hey, Tim. Welcome back. All right. Many people would advocate that it's not what's on the outside that counts, but
just many.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said many people. Many would advocate when it comes to people.
All right. Maybe we need editors for the show, like script editors. So many people, or just many? I'm being serious. I like legit. Just many. Gotcha. Gotcha. Thanks, Dutta. So. Many would advocate.
Yeah.
Many would advocate. Many would advocate that when it comes to people, it's not what's on the outside that counts, but what's on the inside that matters the most. And with Saturn's moon Enceladus, we can say the exact same thing. I hate my life. Not used to having to memorize things.
You were going so well.
Everything was going so well, and then it just crashed and burned. It's literally my life. So, oh, jeez. All right. Many would advocate that when it comes to people, it's not what's on the outside that matters the most, but what's on the inside that. It's just one of those shows. And the worst part about this too is that I've got the camera looking right at me, and I'm just like, oh. So. Thanks, Dutta. You want to just throw that on the screen real quick for me? I should be able to read that from this far away, right? I can see that. I can't do all of that. See, this is the problem. I end up writing these things, and they're like really wonderful and sound great, and then I can't remember it for the life of me. So that's the way it goes. So. I can't. I'm moving this right next to the camera so that way I can read it. This is the biggest teleprompter I've ever seen. So. Whoops.
Well, now you're blocking the shot.
Oh, right. Sorry. Well, I was
right
looking.
Right there. You're good.
I was looking at the wrong camera, so no.
This is so much fun. See, we needed the extra hour today.
This is why you watch live.
Yeah, this is why you watch live. So. The entire chat room is typing it out. You guys are wonderful. So, other than. Anyways, so. All right, are we good? All right, it's all me now, right? Yeah, no pressure. All right. chat.tomorrow.tv. All right. Many would advocate that, and it's right in front of me, good God.
Well,
Ben's going to have so much fun editing this, isn't he? So,
no,
yeah,
just
it's tons
read
of
through
fun.
it
So,
first. Look
all
at
right.
it and read through it first before you start the take. Just give yourself like a practice run of it so that you know there's no pressure of like, oh, this is it. Just read through it. It'll help. It's okay. Read out loud. I'm serious.
Okay.
Like, it'll help you if you.
Many would advocate that when it comes to people, it's not what's on the outside that counts, it's what's on the inside of them that matters the most. And Enceladus, a moon of Saturn, is turning out to be an excellent real-life example of this idea. So, all right. Many would advocate that when it comes to people, it's not what's on the outside that counts. It's what's on the inside of them that matters the most. And Enceladus, a moon of Saturn, is turning out to be an excellent real-life example of this idea. Now, observations performed by the Cassini spacecraft in 2015 show us that Enceladus's icy surface is actually a shell. It's completely detached from its rocky core. That means that Enceladus has a global ocean underneath that crust of ice. But that ice is actually not thick enough to be the sole reason for the ocean remaining liquid. Tidal heating works wonders at a place like Jupiter's moon Europa, but there's likely not enough of that kind of energy to be the sole reason for keeping Enceladus's ocean liquid. That flexing of the ice generating the heat would actually only be good for keeping Enceladus's ocean liquid for about 30 million years. So a very curious study that was conducted by the University of Nantes in France took a look at the core of Enceladus, which is probably made of a combination of sand and gravel. Now that water interacting with it actually generates friction as it moves the sand and gravel. And that movement of the sand and gravel was able to generate a sufficient amount of heat to keep Enceladus's oceans liquid even till now. So the oceans of Enceladus are likely as old as the solar system itself. Now, we already know that there are areas of intense heat on Enceladus, primarily at the south pole of Enceladus, which is where water plumes are prominent, and that molecular hydrogen and silicas that have been found in those water plumes by the instruments on board a Cassini during flybys indicate that not only is there geothermal activity in this area, but it's actually very similar to what we find with hydrothermal vents at the bottoms of Earth's oceans. And not only that, that kind of activity is currently active at Enceladus. So it's time to fire up those budgets and engineering divisions for a return to the Saturnian system for a proper investigation. And if you enjoy watching tomorrow, head on back to our YouTube channel and take a look at Orbit 10.42. We talk about the Commercial Crew Program, milestones that'll be happening in 2018, and some of the upcoming events for us to take a look at in 2018 as well. Good?
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Right. Should I just go ahead and say that?
Just do another one like you're coming out of it. Time to fire up those budgets.
Okay. So, time to fire up those budgets and engineering divisions for a much-needed return to the Saturnian system for a proper investigation. So, if you like this, make sure to tune in. Nope. All right, let's try it again. Time to fire up those budgets and engineering divisions for a proper return to the Saturnian system. Whoops, nope, messed that one up. That's all right. Time to fire up those budgets and engineering divisions for a return to the Saturnian system for a proper investigation. So, if you like this, make sure to check out our show from last week, Orbit 10.42, where we talked about the Commercial Crew Program and some upcoming milestones in spaceflight for 2018. And of course, don't forget to watch our live show every Saturday at 1800 Coordinated Universal Time. And don't forget to like and subscribe to TMRO. Good. All right, there we go. All right, so that's that. So
That'll do, Jared. That'll do.
yeah, it's been a while since I've done a solo space pod. So I used to eat these for breakfast, yo. How about I move Tim back over, since I don't need the world's largest teleprompter anymore. So
Yeah, you Oh, here I go. Oh.
okay.
My wheelchair.
All right. So what's up? What we doing? We're just hanging out.
I'm hanging out.
Yeah, I'm hanging out
Saturday.
too.
Wait,
I'm just
this
hanging
is
out.
my Saturday.
So yeah,
Oh, no, there's Saturday.
that's what I do. We just sit here in front of cameras and let people watch us. That's how I spend my weekend. Wait a second. Wait a second.
Yeah, I was enjoying the comments in the YouTube channels, of course. It's always fun. Hi, everybody. Hi, welcome to TMRO. So, what are you up to, Jared? What's new for you?
Not much. Just kind of like chilling out. I'm gonna go to the launch of JPSS-1 on Tuesday, so looking forward to that.
And what's that on top of? I don't even remember.
Oh, that's on top of a Delta II. So it's,
that's right. That's the one that I talked about last week.
Yeah, Tim, the everyday astronaut. Yeah, it's going to be the last of the 7,900 series Delta IIs. So 9 solids, 6 ground start, 3 air starts. So very much looking forward to it. So second to last Delta II ever. Hopefully the 99th consecutive launch of a Delta II as well.
What time is that launching?
That'll be at 1:47 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Tuesday.
Is Kitty still interested in going to that?
I'm sorry?
Is Kitty still interested in going to that?
Oh, the fucking crack of John?
Yeah.
Whoops, after dark.
With 2 kids? Yeah, sure, no problem.
Do it.
Is that-
Do it.
No, Tuesday, right?
Tuesday morning, so
So Monday night.
Tuesday morning. Oh, no, my parents are back.
we'll
So
leave.
we'd have to take at least one child. Maybe we can pawn off the other.
Yeah, you can give away the other child. That's how that works, right?
Which one do you want to bring?
Yeah.
Well, we can't leave the baby overnight, and that's like...
Just sell them. Aren't kids worth quite a bit on the black market, or?
For Pete's sake. I like my children.
Yep. You can put them on the deep
I
web,
like
right?
children too.
I don't know. So
We know a lot about kids. Jared and I We have all the advice for the
Yeah,
children.
we've
Right,
got tons.
Right.
Like my first word of advice for children is don't.
Well,
It's
so-
a free app, so sure.
So
we'll talk later.
don't. I don't want to have to deal with any more strollers at Disneyland. So
I saw a really funny picture online, and it was someone pushing a dog in a stroller in a store, and in the background was a kid on one of those leashes.
Oh,
And they're like, I swear we're in some kind of alternate universe here.
I don't like this
Hilarious.
timeline.
yeah.
This is the bad. We got the bad timeline, I think. So
What timeline? What do you mean timeline? What are you talking about? Timeline?
Tim, they're asking you
thanks,
about
Jim
your. Oh, what's up?
Just saying thanks to Jim Burr.
Oh yeah.
So.
Thank you all who are still watching as we sit here awkwardly.
I have like no.
Yeah, what was the question?
Oh, they're asking you about your guitars in the background. I've seen multiple questions from multiple people. So
Well, I'm a Fender guy. What we have here with me, this is my old trusty Telecaster thin line, and then an American Strat. Everybody's got to have one of those. And then I've got a Telecaster, a baritone telly as well in the other room. And then I've got somewhere an old Dan Electro. Yeah. If you guys don't, I feel like I've already been made fun of enough for being Mr. Sponsored by Everyday Astronaut, TMRO.com. But yeah, all those all those videos that I make on YouTube, which I'm trying not to talk about, all that is original music. So if you want to hear my original music, just watch one of my YouTube videos.
yeah, and you made the music, the jingle for our intro as well.
Yeah, well, I took your song and just took the bits out of it basically and turned it into a little thing that can loop so that it transitions well into that.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
So
Thanks.
and you've got good music too. See?
Hey. It's got that. You know what I'm talking about? Just listen to this for an hour.
Yeah, we could do that.
Hour. Yeah, I like that. This will go on for a long time, by the way.
Oh yeah, I bet. So
I also love how we're not talking; we're just listening to nothing.
yeah, we are. But that's sometimes it's very important to do nothing in front of people.
Yeah, you're
So-
right. I should embrace it.
Yeah, just take it in. So just be with it. With everything that we have. I just realized I'm going to 3 launches in 5 weeks. So
Are you serious?
yeah,
It's
a lot of stuff.
I think I'm going to CRS. I'm going to go to CRS 13.
nice.
But I still have to figure that out. But I'm going to make that happen, darn it. 'Cause I'm going to be down. I have a speech in Sarasota, the day after. So I think I'm just going to change my flight and fly down there earlier. We'll see.
Yeah, might as well, right?
I have to. I don't get to see that many launches,
Yeah.
and I don't always get to go down to Florida. How far is the drive for you up to Vandy? Is it 3 or 4 hours?
It's one way. It's about 3 hours. So it's it's usually a 7 to 8 hour round trip driving. So
Yeah. Yep.
it's a bit of a distance.
That's worth it.
So totally, absolutely worth it. So yeah.
That's great, especially once there's a hyperloop between there and
Yeah.
not there. Woo, you can just zip zap there in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Watch
I could
launch,
do
zip zap back.
that. If I ever get my Tesla 4x4, I could just autopilot it. And the cool thing about a Tesla 4x4 with autopilot is that it doesn't follow the road. Because it's a 4x4, it just makes a straight line between you and the place you're going to, and it just traverses the terrain as you're on your way there.
Yeah.
So
Not even terrain traverses buildings and people. It
yeah,
doesn't matter.
exactly.
It doesn't actually require anything smart. It doesn't need any visuals. All it
Yeah,
needs is bigger tires than anything it's going to be running over. So
exactly. So I mean, it's just
200-foot tall top, wheels, no big deal.
yeah. It's not a problem at all. So I mean, I don't see what the big deal is.
Actually, you know what you
So-
probably could do is get a 300-foot tall wheel and then drive the Tesla backwards on top of it.
Right.
And that way you can still when you get there, you can leave that big off-roading wheel somewhere, and still enjoy the car on the streets if you need to.
Yeah. I think I saw Reddit proposing that as a means by which to do it. I just realized that if I drive a straight line from where I live to Vandenberg, I'm gonna have to go in the ocean for a little bit. So that might be a little difficult to do.
Swamp. What do they call those big giant swamp rudders or whatever? Giant tires that have like the paddles on them.
I have no idea because that sounds like an extremely redneck kind of thing to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
this is Los Angeles, so
so the off-roading you do is
that's
flat.
more like a San Bernardino kind of thing, So like San Bernardino, Riverside kind of thing.
Ooh. Those sound like fighting words.
What?
For some reason. I'm from San Bernardino.
Yeah. Sorry, San Bernardino and Riverside, but it's kind of true. So, yeah.
We had a good question, I feel like. Oh, what do you give the % chance for Falcon Heavy to work on the first time? So, I mean, I think that's a good question because I think that, honestly, it's got to be a well beyond, like, some people that go 50-50. No way.
No.
They would not roll the dice at 50-50. They have to be 93% confident in it not destroying their launch pad, basically.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing is they're going to do a static fire. They're going to learn a ton from the static fire. As long as everything checks out, compared to the computer models and stuff with the static fire, they'll let the thing go. They just release the launch clamps on launch day, and it'll go up, and it'll be fine. I mean, I have a feeling they're 95% confident. I think they're most worried about max Q and booster separation. Mm-hmm. I think those are going to be the biggest concerns they have. So
yeah, I feel like it has to work. That's sort of my overall feeling about it, is that they don't have with the timeline that they want. There's no margin for error on anything at this point, especially since
not blowing up 30 days.
Especially since from what I understand, Falcon Heavy is the business case for funding BFR and BFS. So, yeah, they kind of. I feel like they can't afford a failure of it and then have to spend more time to make that happen. So,
right, I agree. There is a lot of payloads as well. I don't know. I don't know what exactly the payload will be, though. We talked about that last week's show, but yeah. Somebody asked if they have multiple stage landing pads now. They have LZ1, the launch pad complex at the Cape, has one main pad and then a contingency pad, a secondary pad, that's been poured and it should be ready to go. It's slightly smaller, at least the runoff. So, they have that concrete pad and then a bunch of gravel. The concrete pad is physically smaller than the gravel is on the main one, but they have landed every single one of these within like feet. So they don't need that contingency really. So, yeah.
Yeah. They're pretty good about it. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Darn right they are. Yeah.
It's like they know their stuff or something. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's the thing. They engineered the crap out of this stuff. It's not just like they aren't kerbling as much as we think they are. Yes, it looks silly to have. It doesn't look that silly. The Delta.
Not at all. It's not silly to have a triple-barreled rocket. It's a pretty smart idea, actually. So.
Yeah. So I think people are just nervous because it's new, and Elon's definitely hyping it as being nervous, which there is nerves about it. Don't get us wrong. Like there's definitely, it's not 100%, and there is some risk involved, but it's not much riskier than any other initial flight of any other rocket, So.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, 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 boom. There we go.
Yeah, there is only one landing pad at Vandenberg right now. And from my understanding, that will probably remain that way because they don't have a payload that they need to launch from Vandenberg at the moment that would require the capability of Falcon Heavy. So
correct.
There's nothing on the manifest that would say that Falcon Heavy needs to do that. So
that'd be huge polar orbit observation satellite or something.
Yes. That'd be massive. So, like,
the biggest thing that Falcon Heavy would be used for would be GTO, geostationary launches, which takes a lot more energy. So that's very size prohibitive right now. Satellites have to be pretty small-ish to be able to be launched by anything other than a heavy lift vehicle. So, and you don't do geostationary launches from Vandenberg. You do those from Florida. So, yeah, so that's the biggest business case will be heavy geostationary payload. So,
yeah, I'm just pulling up the payload capability of the largest rocket that's launched from Vandenberg, which is the Delta IV Heavy. I'm trying to find it specifically polar.
Delta IV Heavy launched from Vandenberg?
Yeah, the Delta IV Heavy. There have been 2 of them from Vandenberg, and I've been at both of them. Dutta, you were at one of them. So yeah, those puppies are unbelievable. So
yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of Delta IV Heavy. So.
Oh, that's right. They launched that out of the. This is the launch site that was supposed to be for the space shuttle, isn't it?
Yeah, out of Slick 6. So.
Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool.
Which hopefully I'll be going to. But we'll see if that actually ends up happening. So.
What do you mean going to?
I might be going to a launch there, but not in my usual capacity. So.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear more about it.
Yeah, I'll talk about it once everything's confirmed. I'm working on the details right now. But for one of the upcoming NRO launches, I'm working with people right now to try to get in and to get a remote pad camera. So.
Heck yes.
Which would be nice, and it'll be going from Slick 6, so it's good.
That'd be awesome.
It's good. Yeah, Delta IV Heavy to polar orbit is approximately 23,560 kilograms. So quite a bit.
Yeah, but
that's a big thing. So
that is a big thing.
Yeah,
I'm actually really surprised that that's ever happened. So
yeah. Well, they had 2 of them.
They needed it.
Beforehand, it was the Titan IV that was launching those for the National Reconnaissance Office, right? Out of Vandenberg? Huh? Okay, you don't know? Okay. So, yeah, there's some big things that went out of Vandenberg, so it's pretty cool. So.
Yeah. That's sweet. I can't wait, though, for Falcon Heavy. That's going to be the best.
Yeah, I'm going to clear out my entire day just to watch it. So.
The only thing that I'm nervous about, it's currently slated for like the 29th. I have to be here the 30th in Iowa. So I'm actually really wishing for like a small delay. I'm actually hoping for 2018 because I don't have anything going on in 2018 per se. So, yeah, I need to see that.
Yeah, I think you should see that. So.
I think so. Unless it happens to go early. If it goes because they're going to static fire most likely around mid-December. If that goes well and they're like, all right, we're launching next week, I could probably make that happen. So, early.
Yeah. Of course, we'll see what happens. I'm of the opinion that Falcon Heavy will not be flying this year. It'll actually fly next year. But, that's just me.
Yeah.
So.
I'm privy to that as well. I feel like that's, there's always small delays and stuff. So
yeah, there's always unknowns and other things like that. So yeah,
and it's 3 new ground support equipment, or 2 more. I mean, on that, like, there's a lot more moving parts to this. Literally, almost triple. So all new ground support systems and everything that have to be checked out for the first time. So
yep,
I wouldn't be surprised. You remember what it was like when they first started launching the full thrust or the Block 3 version or whatever, when there was just delays after delays after delays.
Yep.
Trying to get the cryogenics and all the loading procedures all figured out. Now they have to do that times 3. Granted, they super have it down now. I mean, we just don't see delays out of them anymore hardly. They set a date and then they hit it. And
yeah, they're not technical delays usually. So it's either weather or range or something like that. So.
Yeah, lately they've had no issues on the vehicles, which is awesome. I feel like the last 5 missions have just been like, here's the date, goes. Here's the date, it goes. Here's the date, it goes. So they got that figured out, but now they still have to figure out how to do that with 3 cores, which is another thing. So
yeah. I like Shaky in the chat room. They'll do a launch on December 31st at 23:59:59. So still get it in for 2017. So
Happy boost year!
Woo! So I'd be down for that. So
I hope not. No, I can't have that. It needs to be later. Like, make it January 2nd or something. I'd be happy with that.
yeah, that'd be pretty nice. So I'd have no.
Great. It's coming though. It's very soon. It's coming very, very soon. I'm very, very excited about it.
Yeah, I would. I just want to see the tracking camera footage from that launch because that's going to be amazing. Because I love the footage from Delta IV Heavy launches. Also, I'm wondering too if Falcon Heavy is going to light itself on fire like Delta IV Heavy does. Because a lot of people don't know this. But in order for a Delta IV Heavy to launch, it actually has to ignite the lower half of itself. That's what starts the engines. And then, just kidding.
I was like, wait, really? They use it as a candle wick. It's like, here we go, and we'll go up with the guy with the matchstick and light all 3 cores to get the insulation burning, and then we'll turn the engines on, and that should be enough fire to make it happen. Now, that's due to excess hydrogen, correct? Isn't that burps of hydrogen? Oh, I lost your audio. Oh, no.
Did your mic die?
His mic dead. His mic dead. Yeah, he gone. He dead. Oh, I thought you were gonna drop your laptop. Magic trick, cool magic tricks. Here, I'll say what he's saying. Whoa, my name's Jared. I'm trying to toot right now into this little blue chair. No one will hear it right now because I don't have a microphone. Okay. There we go. Wonderful. Okay, anyway, so let me tell you a little bit about science. Space is full of tall and gangly structures known as globiferouses, and not to be confused with something that starts with a C and ends with a iteruses. I said globiferouses. Now, that's all space is actually made out of. And it's hard for me to recall this stuff as my head is in my hands. So I'll explain a little bit more about what they actually do. They're constantly accelerating at 9.8 meters per second, which is what gives them the gravity. That's how gravity works, folks. Constant, unending acceleration. Take it from me, I'm an astronomer named Jared Head.
Oh my gosh. I'm almost terrified to go back into the chat room now, so.
Yeah.
My gosh. So.
I think that works. Oh, somebody says stay close to my mic. My mic is on me. It must just be because I'm getting, lazy. Oh. There we go. Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's enough for me.
You're cut off.
Yeah, you're done. You're done here, Tim.
Actually, I probably am done. I have to do some life work, you know.
Yeah, I think we're most certainly have wound down, for sure. So.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. I think we are all ready to go into the great beyond.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's it. So I guess we're done. We're done here. So you ready, Dutta? All right. So bye, Tim. We'll see you later. Bye, Internet.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
We'll see you later. See you next week.